This is everything we know about the death of 26-year-old Ugochuku Nworie, the TikTok girl who was reported to have been found dead at a hotel in Ebonyi State on the 3rd of May 2022. From what is being said, Ugochuku, who also go by the name of Mirabel Ezine on TikTok, was said to have attended a party with her friend at a club nearby the hotel. As she and her friends were partying and having a good time, a group of guys approached them, I think on different occasions, soliciting their company for the night. Now, according to Ugochi's friend, the men first approached her, offering her 100,000 naira if she could spend the night with them. But Ugochi's friend declined. According to the friend, in as much as she needed the money, the men seemed off. And maybe after the friend declined, the men approached Ugochi and offered her 50,000 naira. And it was said Ugochi took up the offer. It's unclear if Ugochi knew that the men had offered her friends a higher amount, but they turned it down, because I would think that would make her most likely reconsider her decision to agree to spend the night with them for less, even half the amount they offered to her friend. Now, another thing to put in mind is the situation regarding the party and the soliciting. Now, we do not know if this was a random party or if this was the party for that kind of thing, you know, those call girls. Because if Ugochi was with her friends when the men came to approach the friend and the friend turned it down, I would think it would have been easier for Ugochi to have most likely reconsidered her decision. But I want to guess the friend was at another end of the party or club while Ugochi was on another end. And maybe after the men got turned down by Ugochi's friend, they went to the other end to meet Ugochi. But regardless of that, the friends did say that when they were leaving the club, they asked Ugochi to join them. They told Ugochi not to go with the men. So the friends are claiming specifically that they warned Ugochi about those group of men, that there is something just odd about them. One of the men said that they were from Ghana, while the friend also recalled that their vehicle, or one of the vehicles they came with, had Colonel in place of the plate number, which means the plate number was not even written, because the friends tried to check the plate number, but on the plate number it was written Colonel. Seemed like a custom plate number. So clearly those men knew what they were coming to that club to do. For them to come in with a vehicle that did not have their plate number, they knew what they had come there to do. So after the party ended and everyone went their way, Ugochi was taken by the men. It was said about 2 men at first took her to the hotel. However, when the police came to do their investigation after her body had been discovered, they found about 12 condoms. 12 used condoms in the same hotel room her body was found. And because of this, the police believed that she was gang raped to her death. The police also confirmed that no part of her body was mutilated, as it was earlier reported. It was first reported that her private areas were cut out, which made many people believe that it might have been a case of money rituals. But the police are confirming that no part of her body was cut out, which means it's not money ritual, or it's probably not money ritual. Unless, of course, maybe the gang rape was part of the process, depending on how you want to see it. Her hands were also tied to the back, along with her legs also tied together. Her mouth was gagged also to most likely prevent her from screaming. So now, does the 12 condom equal 12 men? Because obviously I don't think any hotel will rent a room to 12 men and 1 girl. And I also don't believe that she would have willingly gone into a hotel room with 12 adult men. This is mysterious as far as I'm concerned. What's up with the 12 used condoms? And even if it was only 2 men that went in with her, I don't think they would have been able to go 12 rounds. This looks to me as though the hotel might know more than they are saying. Because if 12 condoms were found in the room where she was killed, it's very clear that 12 people were there to gang rape her to death. So how did 12 people get into that room without someone in the hotel seeing or noticing something? How? If this was an advanced country, I'm sure the DNA found in the condoms would be enough to most likely find and track these people. Because I'm sure the condoms would have some DNAs in it. Enough DNA to even know the generations and children of the people who gang raped this young girl to death. But since it's not an advanced country, I hope the police will make use of the details that her friends gave to them. The car plate number had Colonel in it, and one of the men, while they were discussing at the club, claimed that they were from Ghana. Of course, there is a chance that the people may have lied about their identity just to throw the police off, because clearly they knew what they were coming there to do. They knew their plan all along. which is why they drove into that club without a plate number. But regardless of that fact, more details that the hotel would provide might be enough to find these people. I mean, if it's 12 men that actually killed her, it should be easy to catch at least one person. In my head, I'm thinking this is just a group of people coming in and out of the room taking turns on this girl, which in my opinion still would have lasted for at least 2 to 3 hours. Somebody should have at least seen something. I know as a society we've not been really nice to Ron's girls, or we've not been very compassionate to girls like her. Because let's face it, some people would blame her. Some people would say she caused it herself. Some people would say she wants to chill with the big boys. Some people would say she shouldn't have been selling her body. But remember, there are some girls who even die like this without them going into run. So I hope we don't judge, because no matter who she was or no matter what she did, no one deserved what happened to her. She did not deserve it too. So I'm urging you guys to take out your time, share the story, and let's call out justice for Ugochuku Nworie.